Okay, so now I have my unit circle back in front of me, and I hope that you've noticed that you have these little lines out to the side. Well, these lines are what we're going to write the tangent values on. So I'm going to start down here at this ordered pair, and we know that tangent's definition is tangent of theta is equal to the y over the x. So I'm going to take my y piece of the ordered pair, which is 0, and I'm going to divide by 1, and 0 divided by 1 is 0. So tangent right there at 0 or at 2 pi is 0. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the next ordered pair. So tangent of theta, again, is equal to y over x. So I'm going to take the y piece of the ordered pair, which is 1/2, divided by root 3 over 2, which is the same thing as 1/2 times 2 over root 3. And the 2's cancel out, so you get 1 over root 3. But we would never, ever, ever leave our answer like that. So it's 1 over root 3. We have to rationalize it by multiplying by the square root of 3 over the square root of 3, which is going to get us the square root of 3 over 3. So the square root of 3 over 3. Same idea for the next one. Tangent's going to be y over x, but notice something. The y and x here is the same. So if I divide these two, if I do tangent of theta equals square root of 2 over 2 over the square root of 2 over 2, that's no different than saying 3 divided by 3 or 5 divided by 5. 3 divided by 3, 5 divided by 5, square root of 2 over 2 divided by the square root of 2 over 2, all the same thing, 1. And then the last one right here, we're going to do y divided by x. So I'm going to get root 3 over 2 over 1/2. So root 3 over 2 times 2 over 1. The 2's cancel out. You're left with just root 3. And then up top, we have to do it one more time. So up top, we're going to do tangent of theta equals y, which is 1, divided by x, which is 0. And we cannot ever in math divide by 0. So up here, tangent is undefined. So now we're going to use the same principles we used before when we made all our little bow ties and use these values over here to fill in the rest of the circle. The x and y values don't change. All that's changing is their sign, their SIGN. So if I go over here, the pink bow ties are friends, only now one of these is negative, so a negative divided by a positive is going to make a negative root 3. And this is going to be a negative 1. And this is going to be a negative root 3 over 3. And down here, you're going to have 0 divided by negative 1, which is going to get me 0 again. In the bottom quadrant, we're going to have a negative divided by a negative. A negative divided by a negative is a positive, so this quadrant matches the first quadrant exactly. Make sure you're matching up your bow ties, so yellow goes across with yellow. So you're going to get root 3 over 3, 1, and root 3. And then the second and the fourth quadrant match up because only one of them is negative. So we're going to match up our bow ties. Make sure you match up colors, pink with pink. So this is going to be a negative root 3 and a negative 1 and a negative root 3 over 3. And I inadvertently skipped this one down here. It's going to be undefined because negative 1 divided by 0 is undefined. The only other thing we have left to fill out up here is if x and y are both positive, then all of my trig functions are positive. And nothing in the first quadrant is ever negative. If y is positive and x is negative, positive things in this quadrant are sine. Negative things would be cosine. And if one of them is negative, then tangent also has to be negative. If I go down to this quadrant, tangent's positive down here because they're both negative. So a negative divided by negative is a positive. So tangent's positive because these two both have negative signs. But cosine and sine are negative. And then in my last quadrant, if x is positive, then cosine is positive, and if y is negative, then sine is negative. One's positive, one's negative, which makes tangent also negative. So now you have a complete unit circle. Go back to Edmodo and there'll be one more video for you to watch.